Okay, hello everyone, this is DOT444, and today I just wanted to make a quick tutorial on the homebrew stuff because I saw a lot of people just joining the Discord and asking how to install the homebrew stuff, and that usually takes time, and yeah, so I just thought I'd make a tutorial so that it's done, right? The homebrew stuff can be useful for practice, right? You can use cheats to just fly or get super speed and stuff. You have an app for the Wii U that's called BOTW Runs, which can be used in runs actually to change the region. Um, I'll get into that later. So change the region and also um, have an input viewer. So I'll show all that. But for now, the first thing we need to do is to actually install the custom firmware. So right here I have web page. It's wiiu.hacks.guide. I'll put it in the description. But yeah, if you follow this guide, you'll so this is the guide you get when you first launch the page, and this will install Aroma. So this is one of the custom firmwares, but we don't need Aroma for the homebrew stuff. We actually need to install Tiramisu. However, if you go at the end of this tutorial, so the very end, you'll actually have an option to installing Tiramisu. So if you want to install Aroma, so for example, the randomizer actually works with Aroma. If you want to generate a seed, you need Aroma, but you can also install Tiramisu at the very end. But let's say you didn't want to install Aroma, you can just go into the archive right here and click on Tiramisu. And this will install Tiramisu only. But yeah, if you want to play other stuff like the randomizer, I'd recommend just following this guide. Alright, so you just go through, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you install Tiramisu. Okay, so now that you've done that, we can close that. Um, this folder will be in the description, and what it contains is actually right here. Okay, I just want to. Right. So this is the contents of this folder, and so I have my SD card on this side right here. So first thing first, you just want to go into the Wii U folder and uh, take this Wii U folder, the one not in capital, right? So this Wii U in capital, and this is not capital. So you just want to take that and drag it into your SD card, right? So you'll ask some stuff, just say yes. All right. So what's actually in this folder? You have apps and dbconfig. So I'll go over apps. You have three apps. Homebrew Launcher, I don't need to explain that. TCP Gecko is to use the cheat codes. So I'll show how this works, but this is important for the cheat codes if you want to have the hacker, the data viewer and stuff. And BOTW runs, it's basically just you can use that to change your region. So let's say I have a Wii U that is in French, and I want to play Wind Waker, so speedrun. Um, I need it to be in Italian because Italian is the fastest language. I can use BOTW runs to just temporarily change my language. So yeah, so for BOTW runs, you actually have a config file. So it's in dbconfig, and you have config.ini, right? And if you open that, we actually have, so this is the config file. It's not really hard. So this is pre-made. You can just use that if you have an European Wii. So it's actually already set on Italian. So just need to drag that file over to your SD card, and this will work, right? Well, let's say you have a US Wii, right? So you don't have access to Italian, and the second fastest language that is available on the US is Spanish. So I just open this config file, right? And I'll put USA, and on the language, I'll just put Spanish, right? And this will work. And yeah, so if you have an European Wii U, you can just let that. You don't need to touch this file, right? So once again, you just drag this file over to your SD card, and that's about it for the SD card. You can now just unplug it from your computer and put it into your Wii U. So let me do that real quick. You can now start your Wii U. So make sure you're starting on tiramisu. So let me show you, right? So you have the environment loader. If you didn't put a default environment, or like if you put aroma as your default environment, you can just hold X at startup, and this will open up this menu. And you want to select tiramisu. Every time you want to practice something, you want to select tiramisu. But I'll just put it on default, so you can just press Y to put it on default. Alright, so we'll choose tiramisu either way. So I'll launch the mid channel, right? Um, and this will open um the homebrew channel, just like that. Now you just need to um select what you want. Let's say you wanted to do a run, you would open BOTW speedruns. But if you want to practice, we'll go. I have a lot of things actually. Right. We'll open TCP Gecko. So the one with the midnight icon, this is the one you want to load. So I'll load that, and then I'll load BOTW runs. I'll show both. Alright, so we'll load that, and this will just send us back to the Wii U menu, right? I have two games. One is in Europe, and one is the US version. So I'll just open the Europe version, right? You can open both, whatever, doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but I'll get into that later. So we have TCP Gecko enabled because we loaded it, and we opened the game. So if I press the bottom corner on my gamepad, bottom right corner, this will open this menu, and that's how you know um, the cheats are working. So just launch a file, alright, and if you open this menu, so again it's bottom right corner of the gamepad, you just click on the bottom right corner, and this will open it. You have a bunch of options. So like let's begin maybe with frame stepping. So for all the left options, you would first want to pause the game. So press the pause button like that, and then let's say I wanted to toggle frame stepping. So this will advance frame by frame. So if I just press that, see how the game just goes slowly, right? So if you want to practice something like, let's say manual super swim or something, I don't know. But yeah, this can be useful. Anyways, you have frame advance. This is the same thing, but you control it manually. So let me just resume and pause. Right? So frame advance, you can advance frame manually. Alright, and the big one is charge super swim. So if you press that, that'll just charge the manual super swim for you. Alright. Um, so this isn't all. Um, in the folder, we also have a PC folder. So in this folder, you have a bunch of stuff, and those are practice tools. So I'll go over them, but to use them, you first need to get your IP address from your Wii U. So how do you do that? So you want to open the internet browser, and in here you can find your settings. So, okay, right, I forgot. Okay, I can't show you because well, I don't think I can right now. Okay, whatever. You'll have to trust me. Wait, can I? No, I cannot. Okay, but you have to go into the settings. This is on the top right, and then you'll have to enable developer settings. Um, so it'll make a message like be careful or something, and then it'll show you your IP address. So it'll look something like this. Wait, let me open Notepad. Okay, it'll look something like this. HTTP dot slash slash 192 dot 168 dot something dot something um comma and then like 922. All right. So your actual IP address is not all that. You want to first remove the HTTP stuff. So all that you can remove. And then after the colon, so all of that you can remove too. And this is your IP address. For example, mine is 192.168.1.12. 192.168, oops, .1.12. All right. So I'll note that somewhere. Like, all right, this will be different for you. Don't use mine; it won't work. Okay. Now that we have this address, we can just launch TCP Gecko. So I'll just launch. Okay. So once you're in game and you've launched TCP Gecko and stuff, you have your IP address, right? We can use the PC tools. So in this homebrew tools folder, you also have a PC tool. So if you open that, we have a bunch of apps. So let's start off with the bottom, so the trainer. So all of those works by putting your Wii U IP address. So for example, mine is this, yours is something different, but you just put that in here and you hit connect. And that's how it works for every applications, right? So um, on this one, so this is the trainer. You have a bunch of cheats like to give yourself stuff. So let's say I want to give myself bow and arrow. I can just click that. Now I have one. So I have zero arrows, but I can just put that like carry or yeah. And now I have arrows. All right. So this is more like give yourself stuff. So this is useful if you want to practice a section which uses, like, for example, a lot of magic. I can just do that, and now I have infinite magic. All right. Um, so this is pretty much what this is. So I'll just close that for now. You have the hacker. You can use that to go super fast. Like I have a super speed cheat right here. I click that, I go flying. Moon jump to jump. Alright. Those two refill health and magic. They actually work, but only for the US version of the game. So you have that. You can just use those two. But for the European version, this won't work. And then you have set angles, set speed. I'm sure you know what it is. Like yeah, whatever. Set speed. Set speed angle. So um, you'll figure that out. Don't worry. Store position and restore position. Those are actually quite useful. Let's say I wanted to practice a trick. Like what trick is there? Yeah. Okay, let's say I wanted to practice this. Um, okay. Alright. Let's say I want to practice this. The roll clip right here. Oh, I guess this is more of a edge clip. I can just store my position here. That's how I feel it. Oh, I get it. Okay, cool, I got it. I can press restore position, and now I can try again. Alright, so this is pretty cool. You have also storage stuff. If you want to mess with that, that's obviously not allowed in runs, but yeah, if you want to get storage. Alright, so that's pretty much about it for the hacker. I'll show map selects just after that, because this actually works with the data viewer. So let's look at the data viewer. So you have the frame count, uh, pretty basic stuff, like links position, angle. This can be useful if you want to practice very specific tricks or something like that. You have your sticks. This is useful to visualize ESS positions, for example. Um, what else? Yeah, you have current stage. Um, so this is useful for in use with the hacker. So let's say I want to um, practice different part of the run, right? Tower of the Gods is one of them. I can just use this. All of that will take me to this room in particular in Tower of the Gods. But if I go into another room, the room ID will change. So let's say I wanted to practice this room in particular, right? I can just note down all of those informations in like a text, a notepad stuff or something. So this one is Siren, and it's room ID 6, spawn ID 0, and layer FF. If I put all of that into the hacker now, and then go into another room, so Siren, 06, 00, FF, and then trigger the load, I'll get into this room. So this is pretty useful if you want to practice stuff, if you want to show off stuff, to teleport yeah, to places. So yeah. Um, what else? You also have speed. This is useful if you want to practice super swimming. Like you can just visualize your speed right here. Alright, so this is pretty much it for the data viewer. Um, I'll go into the save file manager. Right, so let's say I wanted to practice a specific part of the run, but this specific part of the run requires me a special inventory, not having watched certain cutscenes, right? You can't really do this with just the hacker and the trainer. This will take too much time, but you can um, dump your saves using this tool. So right here I have all the AD saves, so for all dungeons. Let's say I wanted to practice going into Earth Temple. I can just um, take this one and then press this little arrow and then inject. And then next time I'll go into my saves. You can see that this is the saves I wanted. So this is Ice Ring, this is Enter Earth Temple. So follow that, I'll be into an Earth Temple. And from here I can just practice, right? Okay, so this is pretty much it for the save file manager. Or I guess you can also dump your saves like this and enter a name, and this will add it on here. Anyways, now the input viewer and the auto splitter is used with the BOTW runs. So I'll show that real quick. Each time you want to load another homebrew, you need to turn off your Wii and turn it back on. So yeah, I'll just do that real quick. And now that we have BOTW run installed, um, all of those cheats won't work if I try to connect. I'll just get an error, right? Um, but the input viewer and the auto splitter will work. So I'll launch both. What do you want here? No props. Okay, I'll launch this one and the auto splitter. Alright. So here I can choose, so you'll need to choose the Pro controller, and then I'll put like wired, yeah. And now if I press a button, or I need to, yeah, you need to put in your IP address, sorry. Now if I press a button on the game, it'll show on the input viewer. So yeah, I don't really like this one, so I've made a custom skin, but yeah. Alright, so this is the input viewer, and this is the auto splitter. There isn't any splits for Wind Waker. Like, if I go into Twilight Princess, I have a lot of splits, right? But, not really for Wind Waker, so I guess, this won't work, so, don't use that, but yeah. I think that covers about everything, so if you have any questions, I'm in the Discord server for speedrunning, and yeah, you can also ask in the comments if you want. So yeah, that's it for me. Um, Bye.